Hey everybody, it's Rob here. We're on the PTR right now, rocking with the weapon throw, Barb, and I actually managed to clear Pit 100 of this, like in about 10 minutes, and you see it's like hitting for up to 500 million all the time, and we are overpowering, and we also have crazy amounts of attack speed, and we are hitting twice. So this is multiple billion DPS every second, and I want to show you the setup here and the clear. So let's get started. Like, we're basically here in a stealth form with the new Shroud of the Fart's Death chest, and we're also constantly casting Warcry, so we don't even have to have it on our bar. And this one allows us to basically unlock certain cool features here with the Yan's Blessing, having permanent Rallying Cry as well as permanent Warcry. And this combination is pretty cool. You see here, like, once it runs out, like boom, we get it again, basically. And this also gives us 1-to-all passives, and we're basically playing like an overpower build that allows us to overpower pretty much on every hit once we start blasting, basically. And all the follow-up explosions also will overpower all the time. So there is gonna be a lot of cool things here for this Barb. We also have permanent Call of the Ancients, allowing us to get insane amounts of fury. We are playing the Air of Perdition, best helm for this build, gives us crit chance, gives us 1.5x, and you can also masterwork the core skills here for even more damage. Then the Shroud of the False Death. We mainly use it for the resource gen, for the 1-to-all passive, which is very strong, about 30% damage with this build, and also it gains you this stealth, so you can just walk around without the enemies seeing you. And once you break it, you also get a huge bonus to your additive. I've seen this build hitting for up to 3 billion actually, and we basically managed to maintain our fury. Then we are playing the Herculean Spectacle here, obviously Mighty Throw, big multiplier. It allows us to throw 2 Q-tips instead of 1. Like, this is basically the Q-tip Barbarian. Like, you see, you throw like all these Q-tips onto the enemies, and you're hoping to kill them with the Q-tips. But it works. Like, it's not only for cleaning your ears, which you shouldn't do with these things, by the way, but it's also for cleaning out pits in Diablo, and it works very well. So just go out there. You can even play ranged, you know, like I can like attack from down here and just basically throw all these Q-tips all the time. Lots of fun. Then we're playing Tybot's Will to get the resources here and big DPS. So basically, like, we fill our resource with 1 shard and then we can just throw a Q-tip. Very strong. Then we have the Yan's Blessing. This one allows us to permanently cast Rallying Cry, and this is also the reason why we are missing a skill slot on the bar here, because this one basically allows us to, when I only spam Rallying Cry, because everything else here charges a mobility slot and a mobility skill, and this only casts non-mobility, non-ultimate skills. So the only thing that's really getting casted here is Rallying Cry, and that's exactly what we need to get this juicy 1.8x resource generation. It's very strong. And also gives us like the fury all the time, basically. This is how we maintain, because we are actually playing with the Unbridled Rage passive, believe it or not, just so we can spend a bunch of fury to trigger our Encroaching Wrathy, which gives us a 2.6x, and also to trigger Banished Lord's Talisman, which gives us guaranteed overpower. And I don't even have good gear here on the PTR, so there is a lot more improvements. And this is not a bugged build, so it can like comfortable do 100, and it's gonna be even stronger once it's completely min-maxed. So you definitely want to triple crit if you can. I'm gonna have the plan in the description. The chance of Mighty Throw here, that gives you a bunch more multiplicative damage, basically. I didn't quite get it here. Like, again, my character is not really perfect. And then you want to stack a bunch of overpower damage just for getting all these crazy additive damage bonuses. We have the third blade, which basically allows us to throw the Q-tips with the new weapon throw completely for free. Doesn't cost anything. And you see, like, it also basically reduces the damage a little bit, and you can get a much better one than I have here. Then Doombringer, this one gives us toughness and healing, because we're not playing Shaco, no Harlequin's Quest. We also don't have Challenging Shout, so that one certainly helps a lot. There might be like some more builds that we can cook that also have Challenging Shout, but right now we have no cooldown reduction. So, you know, if I cast my Shout, it would 25 seconds, it wouldn't be up again. Then we are playing Grandfather, big multiplier. Here we have the Tam Zek, where we basically cast a non-channeled core skill, which we do all the time. Then you see it goes up. And once our ultimate is on cooldown, we get a boom, a big reduction. And that's how we have permanent Call of the Ancients. And they give you 25 additional X damage, 20% attack speed. And they also give you this 10 fury. You can see it, gain 10 fury. And this allows us basically like very easily to generate our fury all the time. as long as these engines are up, and they will be up all the time, so we can just completely blast. And because we're not getting 10, we're getting like way more for every hit. Calling hits with Frenzy, so this basically allows us to have this crazy resources. Then we are rocking Inner Calm, we're going to be standing still while we throw, and we are rocking Retribution. Again, our Mighty Throw actually stuns the enemy for 4 seconds, and well, no, it doesn't stun for 4 seconds, it stuns for 2 seconds, and this has a very nice synergy with Retribution, also allows us to stagger the boss, and very importantly, you want Call of the Ancients cooldown reduction. I don't even have Perfect yet, you can have this triple critted, and then your Ancients is gonna be like, you know, you just will need just 1 reset, basically, to have perma Ancients. You see here, boom, I got this 1 reset, and it's not quite perma yet, because I don't have the next throw, but then, boom, you can basically cast them again. And you can just keep throwing. And then, obviously, Banished Lord Talisman, big overpower damage. And, yeah, what does my attack power go up to? I don't even know, but I think it goes up to some pretty crazy values here. Like, once we really, like, throw ourselves around, like, you see, we have, like, 500,000 attack power already. And, yeah, it goes pretty crazy. Stats are looking like this. You might be struggling a bit with your res. I have the res here on Jens. You can also masterwork them. I hit the all stats, which is kind of useless. But if you masterwork the res and have a higher roll than me, you will have no problem with res. We're also using the Thusing Spice, or you can also fix it in your Paragon. But then you also want to hit armor cap, because no Shaco, you actually need armor, and I get it just from having a lot of main stat and from having the skulls in the gem in the gear. So I have 1 all res and 2 skulls. I don't have perfect res yet, but you can certainly fix that. Then you want 100% attack speed in category 1, 100% crit chance. It's very comfortable to reach with this helm. You see here, boom. I'm going basically getting 50 crit chance, so we're getting 200. Crit damage, overpower damage can be stacked like very easily, and my war cries just keep casting here because of the Jens blessing. You see, like, it just basically automatically casts like all the time. And yeah, this is pretty much the stats. Then we are rocking X expertise here, big vulnerable damage, and yeah, we make stuff vulnerable very easily. Every time we just throw a weapon, it's with exposed vulnerability. Actually, I could even take this off, you know, like, because we're getting like a free passive rank. We could get more healing if we need. There's so many useful passives. But yeah, 2 points in Bash, 1 point anywhere just to unlock Warpath. This one gives you a multiplier after overpowering. We overpower all the time, so really strong. Then we have 3 in Imposing, 3 in Vigor. Then I have Rallying Cry maxed with the Tactic rune for Fury. We have both the Thorns passive just to get bleeding, Warcry, and the rune, the Om rune, Live Om here. When we stand still, we get the Warcry. This one works with whichever runes we put there. So it's gonna trigger our power Warcry, really strong. Then we have the Booming Support. We have 1 point in charge. This is basically just to move around. But also, if we have no Fury, it also gives us a bunch of Fury, because it makes us unstoppable for a quick second with Tybet's Will. So that's also a really cool combination to just get Fury. Then I have only 1 point in Aggressive. You can max this, but right now I don't have any more points left. Prolific Fury, very important. More generation. Pit Fighter, Slaying Strike, Mighty Throw maxed with the Warrior's rune. 1 point in Thick Skin, 1 point in Irascible. This one gives you basically permanent Fortify. So we have Vulnerable solved with this, and we have Fortify solved with this. So that's very cool. And then we have 3 in Counter Offensive for some big damage multipliers. Maxed points in Call of the Ancients. Again, we want to spam this at all times. 3 in Heavy Handed, 3 in Brute Force, and Wallop. These are crazy multipliers for you. And then like 1 or 2 points in Invigorating Fury. This one basically heals us. And then Unbridled Rage, just to spend that much resources. You could also try to play with Starless Sky, but then you're not really overpowering with Banished Lord that much, because you are losing basically like the ability to spend all these resources. And then you don't proc it as often. You see, if I would take it in, like we could spam, like we could completely spam our stuff, but we would get like way less overpowers, because we're gonna spend less Fury, and we're also gonna get way less Encroaching Wrath procs. Because for this one to work, we also need to spend 100 Fury, which right now will be 2 throws. But yeah, that's basically how the setup looks. And then Paragon tree, we are rocking Crusher here, 1.2x, also 1.3x against stunt. Our Retribution is stunning, and our Mighty Throw is stunning, like pretty much instantly. Like when there is a non-elite target, a non-boss target, even the boss it gets staggered, but like you see, boom, this is like immediately stunned. Not sure why they're not getting stunned. And the target dummy maybe can't be stunned like that. Oh, still bosses, that's why. So we go elites. Sometimes this thing doesn't press. Okay, now. Yeah, boom, like see, they're immediately stunned basically. And then they take like all these multipliers from us. Additionally, when they're stunned. See, boom, 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 boom. It was pretty wild. So big glyph. Then we rock Carnage with Wrath. This one gives us Fury, very important. So we get more Fury back. And this one is multiplied with all our resource gen. We have the Challenger glyph here in the Blood Rage board. Again, big multiplier for everything. Unfortunately, this one only works for one-handers in terms of the multiplier, but the stats are still so good that we take it. But I hope that this is gonna get changed to like be a generic multiplier, because it's very sad if like one of these new glyphs or the strongest glyphs auto discludes or auto like basically deletes two-handed builds. So I hope this is gonna get changed to generic damage. I'm gonna give some feedback on that. Then we have Might, because we're playing a two-hander, big multiplier, and also have this in the Bonebreaker board, which basically gives us a bunch of overpower damage here. 140. We get this like 3 times. It's pretty crazy. Tenacity, Vigor, and then last but not least here, Decimator board with Dominate. This is the overpower glyph, and it gives us 600 additive as well as a 1.3x on our overpowers. Yeah, and that's pretty much set up right now, guys. And then these points here are all optional. If you don't have like 260 Paragons, like I do right now, you just leave out like, you know, a bunch of these nodes here. Like they just give you some damage reduction, or you leave out some of these additive nodes here. Not really too important. I'm gonna have the planner in the description. I hope you enjoy, and I'm gonna show you the 100 clear right now. And I'm actually pretty happy that there is a kind of like viable, like non-broken, non-bugged build here with the new weapon throw or mighty throw. Sounds pretty good. Let's go. I feel there's like a crazy scale that I sometimes get, and I'm not quite sure what it is yet. But we'll figure it out. How do you like the sound of this, by the way? I think the sound's definitely a bit weird. Look, they melt. Boom! Okay, which way? Who knows, there are many ways. Yeah, I think you gotta find like these kind of corners where they can't bounce out of. And then the DPS goes pretty wild. Only OP numbers. Why no skill on left mouse button? It sucks. I don't like the left mouse button. I bind it usually to something else. But yeah. There's no good skill to put. Every skill is like a negative. Or has a negative impact to this build. I don't really like that too much. It's because of Jens' blessing, you know? Basically infected negatively. Dead Star, what's up, my friend? Welcome to X. Okay, do I need to... So this time I can probably pull them. Yeah, this is how I should play it. Ooh, okay. And now I can melt them, look. And they should melt like crazy. The sound on this goes a little crazy as well. Look how they go down. Ooh, look how I almost went down. Few Q-tips later. We gotta have the engines. Let me also CC you. Elon calls it Twitter sometimes. Oh well. I mean, it's what a lot of people know it's still under. But X is so much simpler. Boom. Okay, Q-tips have been thrown, my friends. Yeah, it looks like it, right? And that's what we're doing, yo. Just throw a bunch of giant Q-tips. This is the Diablo expansion, yes. But DPS is good. Daniel Kruger, hey, what's up? Welcome in. This is the new skill, Q-tip. Barb only. This sounds pretty wild too, actually. What can I get? Okay, I need a second. No. Now we can melt them. Yeah, the sustain is pretty good right now. With Call of the Ancients. Look how they're melting. As long as I get a good double pull together. Nice. The DPS is certainly very good. I just don't know yet how the boss fight exactly will play out. But they're being chopped. Look, like when the Q-tips like stack up, they do loads of damage. Just gotta stack them up in some corner, usually. But it's very easy to do with the Seal Grasp. Look here. Okay, they can't be stunned right now. And this is very ear cleaning. Okay, one more pull, we're done. Good. See that boss fight, I also have to drink a new potion, I guess. Blood Bishop. Oof. Might need to dodge some of his attacks. But we actually clear this run like very fast. I think they're still not all hitting the target. Single target could certainly be improved on this build. all these Q-tips being thrown at him. But it's actually a real fight. I don't know if I should go ranged or stay melee. Ideally I can just tank it all. I'm not sure though. I have 3 stacks now anyways, just tank it all. Maybe only dodge the last big attack. Ooh. Okay, maybe this guy can kill me. Is that the blood explosion? And we could put an iron skin at the boss, I guess. I don't really think that helps too much though. I can just kill the blood before it fully explodes. There's Lilith. Maybe I'll go out once. It certainly takes a hot second. Definitely better bosses out there than this guy. It's not unrogued here. If I figure out how I can hit him with all 3 weapons. And the cool thing is I could also in theory play ranged. Like, I'm a ranged Barb, you know, I don't need to necessarily stay in the middle. Hello, how am I not unstoppable? I can't get him being hit with all 3 of them. Should I stun this guy? Oof. We can definitely still solve Fury issues a little bit better. I think this is also one of the most tankiest bosses though, right? What's this attack he's doing? Stand there like a champ. Okay, I think I can tank everything actually. Famous last words. Yo, I think I can tank everything. Easy. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. But it's beat! GG! Yo, welcome in. Well, that's the weapon throw Barb though. I mean, the boss fight, okay, could be a little faster. But it's not a bugged or broken build. I also don't have all the upgrades yet. This is pretty much the setup. But yeah. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Weapon throw. Not bugged, not broken, just actually a real build. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.